you so much for joining us today. I'm going to be fast. I'm going to be furious. You're going to get to hear just a little clip from my mama, who is a retired independent national sales director emeriti. She's just going to tell you what she loves about the company. My sister, who is a top director in this company, and my daughter, who is a top director in this company. So you're going to hear from 4 people, just tiny little bit. So don't get freaked out. You don't have to turn off the computer or your phone wherever you're watching it. But we want to thank you. I want to tell you this: if you want to see more, you can check out my MKLIFE, the hashtag that's called my MKLIFE. So if you want to see more about different people, maybe you're like, I don't like that girl, go search out the hashtag on Instagram or Facebook, my MKLIFE, and you're going to see all different people, all different stories. I'm going to share with you my personal success experience. And you may want to hear more, see more. I am on Instagram, Kimberly Copeland, C6, I think. But Kimberly Copeland on Instagram, Kimberly Copeland on Facebook. I am at the Max Friends. You'll have to just follow me on Facebook, on my Facebook page. I also have another form of social media that we utilize, not for the business, but just we do it for fun with our family. It's a vlog on YouTube. That we just do fun family stuff. If you're just like interested in knowing more about me personally that has nothing to do with the business, you can follow that on YouTube or Life with the Copelands. But today we are all about sharing why we love our Mary Kay business. So what you're going to watch today is really hashtag my MKLIFE, Kimberly Copeland style. So you're going to get a little bit of information, and we're going to get your opinion at the end. So thank you so much. Hold tight. We're going to show you a little bit about me. On to help somebody out, and you may be getting on watching because you genuinely have an interest in Mary Kay or owning a Mary Kay business. I am independent national sales director Kimberly Copeland, and I'm so excited to be hosting you today. I'm going to be fast, I'm going to talk quick, and I'm going to start out just telling you a little bit about myself, share a little bit about what my personal journey has been. These are all my personal opinions and my personal experiences. And I'm going to share a little bit about that with you. It's not to impress you. Y'all, I am a country girl. I can tell you, if you could see me to the bottom, I've got jeans and bare feet on right now. I live on a ranch. I grew up in West Texas on a ranch, and I'm married to a rancher. And I just absolutely love my life. I love helping women live the life they want to live, and really a life they love to live. And so I love to show people how to design their lives. That's what I'm really great at. And I have been a part of Mary Kay since I was 23 years old. And I like to tell you stories from my experiences, because you may relate, you may not. But I was just a young mom, and my daughter was 9 months old, who you see in that picture, and my son was 3 when I started this journey. But I was working, living, not just paycheck to paycheck, but really flow check to flow check, and needed more. I wanted more, but I could not say no enough times to Mary Kay, because I was not a salesperson. I was in an extremely abusive marriage at that time. I don't like to focus a lot on that because it is such a small piece of my story, but it is part of my story. And I did build from nothing to national sales director in those circumstances. So what I know is so you can either let things be your stepping stones, or the things that you step on that will catapult you to your next level. I can tell you for sure. But at that point in my life at 23, I had zero confidence. I was a country girl living in the middle of this city. I knew no one. I had 2 really small children. I didn't have a lot of time. So anything that would hold somebody back could have held me back. and could have been all the reasons I could have used to not do this, not to mention the horrific situation I was in. But one evening I went to a party and I saw my mom making money from the sale of the product. She was in Mary Kay and had been in Mary Kay for 10 years at that point. Now, I was one of those family members that did not get it. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute you do that. You may be one of those family members watching that you don't really get what your family's trying to do. That's what I was. She drove a car, she'd been a sales director, and I treated it like it wasn't good. Like, oh, that's cute, not in a good way. And so I didn't understand. And it's not that I thought ill of the company. I just thought it was like something you did just as a hobby, or like golf or tennis or something like that, or like when you were older. And my mom was my age, that's what I'm laughing, just when you had nothing else to do. That's what I thought it was. And I think that's a lot of people's image, only because they see so many part-timers. And a lot of people that are in Mary Kay, they are part-timers. They do Mary Kay very part-time. And they do it just for the little extra. They do it for the girlfriend time, or they like the prizes, or just the extra $100 here or there. And that's what a lot of people do. So when I was looking for a career or a business, I wasn't thinking this was it. Now, my mama, that night, I saw her making several $100s from the sale of the product. So I was like, I could find an hour to sell some product. Y'all, I didn't have any money. And I really saw they were girls my age. I was in my 20s. That was another drawback. I thought it was like for older people. I thought the makeup, I thought the skincare. I did not get it. I was just uneducated, is all you can say. And so that night, it's like a light bulb went off. Maybe I could do this. Now, I got started. I worked a business around a 9-month-old baby. I worked a business around a little boy that was 3. I built it at my kitchen table, I can tell you for sure. And with a baby on my hip, with a little boy at my feet. I did everything in my home. I did a lot of one-on-ones, a lot of just spending time with people, getting to know them, just building relationships. And here's the thing that I found is when I would invest in a person, it would pay me tenfold. Now, I don't want to make it sound like it took tons of time, because I had to do it in tiny spaces where I had time. And that was one of my biggest drawbacks, is where will I fit this in? And I think busy people tend to think, how would I do it? How would I fit it in? This is what I know that I know that I know. We have time to do the things we want to do. And so you make the time. It's 30 minutes here. It's 20 minutes there. And I built a customer base. I earned a car. I became a director. And I did it all under all those obstacles that I already told you about. And one thing that's been so fun, my sister got in the business as well. So my mom, my sister, myself. And that has been just a blessing. Now, I built all the way to what we call National Sales Director, Independent National Sales Director, which that is the most incredible level. It's when you've helped other people become leaders in the company. And that's really what I love to do. But not everybody that comes in wants that. A lot of people just look at their bank account and go, could I use an extra $100? Could I use an extra $1,000? And that's what I tell people to look at. It's just look if you could sell on the go. Maybe you're a baseball mom, a football mama like I am. My kids have played every sport. I've sold on the go where people just need stuff and I take it when I'm at activities with the kids. And maybe that's all you want from it. I have lots of mamas that do that. But then other people get in and they do want more like I did. They do need more. They want to build an organization like I've done. And I know how to show people how to do that. The neat thing is, when I was 23 years old, I'm not 23 anymore, but when I was, it was $100 to buy that starter kit that said, yes, I am an independent Mary Kay beauty consultant. Today, it is still $100 to buy that starter kit. You still get all the tools, all the stuff, the Mary Kay products that are in there. You get all kinds of things that you can get your business off the ground with. Now, it's not product to sell. I don't want to misrepresent that in any way. It's not an inventory. You can get an inventory, but that part's not mandatory. You decide that once you go through training and stuff and see what level do you want to work. Do you just want to make a little extra? Do you want to make a lot of extra? Do you want to build an organization the way I've built one or your director's built one? Do you want to earn a car and be at that level? You know, you make those decisions once you're in and you're going through training. The only thing you have to do is get that starter kit and say, yes, I want to be a consultant, and you go online and do that through the company, through your consultant that invited you on this phone call. I guess this isn't a phone call, that was it, it's a video. So what's so cool is all those years ago, it was $100 to join, and it's still $100 to join. And then we still make that decision of what we want to do after. One cool thing is Mary Kay, the company, offers a 90% buyback guarantee on any products that you stock. If you got an inventory product and you decide you wanted to quit and get out, you're like, this wasn't for me, I don't want to ever do this again, you could sell it back to the company and get 90 cents on the dollar. So don't hesitate to tell people when they go through training to stock product if they really want to go for it and truly own a business. But that's not a decision you make when you're deciding, do I want to make a little extra? Do I need $100 extra? Do I need $1,000 extra? Because I can tell you right now, if I would have been thinking, oh, I'm going to build this big organization and be a national, I would have never signed up. So that is just a huge, huge perk with the company. But if you're even thinking, oh, could I, should I, how would it work? Do I have enough time? Any of those things, I would say talk to the person that got you on the call. Let them answer those questions. Let the sales director answer those questions. You know, what ended up happening for me is in those first few years, I did grow a very successful organization. I was able to get out of that situation that the kids and I were in. The year that we left, we moved 5 times in 1 year. And that was just a really, really tough time of our life. And I'm so thankful that we got safe and we got into a better place in our life, but there weren't any territories in Mary Kay, so we were able to do that. I was still able to have my business, and a very successful business at that. I just worked on the phone when I could. And you know, I tell people, if you work hard and smart, when you can, when you go through life and things happen, this company definitely carries you during the times that you can't work as hard, or at least that's what has been my personal experience. Really, like I said, one tiny piece of the puzzle of a few years of me doing Mary Kay, because I've been in this company for 20 years. I did meet my husband, and I already had a pink Cadillac, and I was already successful, and I can tell you, he pulled up, it wasn't a white horse, it was a brown horse. It's actually out in the pasture, and today, Tabasco, and but it was a horse, and he swooped me up, fell in love with me, I fell in love with him, and I've worked my business through that time of my life and planned a wedding. And he not only fell in love with me, fell in love with Walker and Waverly, and did all the process to make them his own, and they became Copelands right alongside me. And that was an exciting time of our life, and I still had my business. And then we had Maverick. You see that kid in that cowboy hat? That's Maverick. And, you know, he came home in a pink Cadillac, and I was pregnant with him all throughout my Mary Kay journey. And then shortly after that, I had Memphis. And we call him our Sugar because he is sweet as sugar. And I have totally grown my business around these babies and these older kids going through high school. And our oldest played football and basketball and baseball. And I was always the sports mom. And I love that I was always there because of the opportunity of working from home, because of the organization that I've built. in Mary Kay. That is what is available. And, still dragging my babies around to baseball games, but having that income that comes when you build. And, one thing that's so neat is you don't have to build. You can always only make the extra money if that's all you want. But if you want more, you need more, you can see a huge future as you go through your training and you get a bigger vision for your life. I can tell you it is certainly available and doable in this company. This last year, my mama retired from a 30-year career, and you're going to see a little bit in just a minute from her and what her favorite thing was. But I have loved watching her get paid out in the family security program that the company has, where she's getting 60% of what her income was, and she gets that every single year for the next 15 years. Hear from her real quick.
Hi, I'm Scarlett Simpson, and I'm Kimberly Copeland's mom, and I just retired from an almost 30-year career in Mary Kay. And I just wanted to tell you just a little bit about what my favorite thing about Mary Kay is. And I could name so many things. I love so many different things about Mary Kay that out of the 29 years that I worked in the business. But I can tell you my very favorite thing is the flexibility. I have loved being able to work from home, to be able to raise my kids, to be able to go to all their, be the homeroom mom and go to all their events and do all the things that I wanted to be able to continue to do, but that working from out of the home wasn't going to allow me to do. So that has really been my very favorite thing, is the flexibility of being my own boss and setting my own hours. Thank you.
And then my sister is also one of my area top sales directors and has been for 15 years. And she's married and has 2 children that she stays home with. She works from home with them. And she too has built a successful organization. And I love watching her be a mama and work her business and still really have it all. You design the life you want to live. It's not just for me. It's not just for my mom. It's not just for my sister.
Well, hi, y'all. I'm Crystal Hunsucker, and I'm Kimberly Copeland's sister. And what I love most about Mary Kay, other than flexibility, the awesome income, is this car, the car program. It is absolutely, bar none, one of the best parts about this career. Being able to earn a car every 2 years, have almost all of the tax, title, and tag is all covered, and most of my insurance is the biggest blessing. I can tell you, I'm so grateful that I've earned so many cars since I started my Mary Kay business. When I earned my first car when I was turning 22 years old, this car program is the best.
We're not the chosen. It's for the people who choose, and it's choose to do the work. People ask me all the time, what is the work? It's seeing faces. It's loving on women. It's showing women how to take care of their skin and saying, put this on, take this off, and then showing them our product. It's so easy. Everybody wants our product if they know about it or they experience it. I say everybody, that's my experience. And then my daughter, who is now 20 years old at the time I'm making this video, and she got into Mary Kay, y'all, on her 18th birthday. She signed her Mary Kay agreement, and a month later had her first company car. 3 months later had that elite, prestigious pink Cadillac that she had earned, and was a Mary Kay sales director at 18 years old, driving a pink Cadillac, building a successful top unit. And then now it's been a whole nother year, and she's continued to lead that top unit, continued to be a top sales director in the company, and completely supports herself on Mary Kay. She's a young adult. And I love that I've been able to give this opportunity to her as well. I want you to hear from both my sister and my daughter, and I want them to tell you their favorite thing, because we've got a 20-year-old, we've got one of my sister's age, we've got my mom's age who just retired. Y'all, this opportunity is for anyone who loves people and wants to make a difference. So this is our daughter, Waverly Copeland. She just got over. We've got some work to do today, and she's going to help one of her new consultants with the party. Baby, tell me, what is your most favorite thing about your Mary Kay business?
I'd have to say my favorite thing is definitely the money that I get to make and then getting to drive a company car.
It's awesome. Okay, what made you want to be in Mary Kay? Like, why did you want to choose this for your path when you turned 18 instead of partying at college?
Well, I just like that my mom was always able to always be at my games whenever I was in high school. Like, she was always at my pep rallies and things like that. So I knew that I would want that for my family as I got older.
That's awesome. And were you excited about the money potential
Yes.
that you were going to have
For
as
sure.
a young person?
Oh, yeah.
And thinking about your first year when you were crowned queen, tell me just a little bit. Was that your goal? Was that something you wanted?
No, it was not. It was really for my mom and my grandmother, my nan, and it really wasn't what I was ever thinking that I was going to do. But once it was decided, it kind of just became for my mom and my nan.
Well, it was her nan's last year as an active national.
Yes.
And she just accidentally got on pace for it. That doesn't happen very often, that you accidentally reach something that huge. But then at the end, you got intentional with it, didn't you?
Yes,
So this is Waverly. She's at this point, she's turning 20 in a few days. You live on your own, right?
Yes, I do.
Do you pay your own bills?
Sadly, yes.
Do you have your own dogs?
Yes.
That's
I
our
have
dog in the
two.
background. We don't lock
I
our
have
dog
two
up,
of
so
them.
he's freaking out. She's got 2 dogs, and she's got a boyfriend.
Yes, Garrett.
And do you like having the freedom to run back and forth?
Oh yeah, I like it a lot.
Where do you run back and forth to?
Garrett goes to Texas A&M, so he's in College Station, so I go down there a lot.
So, get 'em, y'all. Thank you, Waverly, for joining us today.
Bye.
So when I think about all the years and all the different lives that I've come in to just kind of cross paths with, I'm just so grateful and I'm so humbled that I've been able to lead women in marriage, in family, but also in business, and show people that there is a way that you can make some money and be at home. And whether that be the little, like I talked about, lots and lots of people, a big portion of the people, they don't get in and they want to quit their job. They just get in and want to make that extra and want to supplement and need some extra money in the bank. And that's totally cool and okay. And then other people get in and say, teach me how to do what you do. Show me how to build my organization where I can have what you have. And that's what's so neat. My job is to give my job away. So whether maybe you go, I don't relate with some country girl. Maybe I'm not educated enough for you. Maybe I don't do it for you. There is somebody in Mary Kay that can show you, that you can relate with, that can show you exactly how to do it. And what's neat is we all team together. We all work together. And I've got I work with every single type of person. But what I do know about women is we're all connected in the heart. And we all genuinely want great things for each other. And I do know that about women. And we are more powerful when we're together. And what I see in the world today is people losing that connectedness because of social media, because of the different ways that we're connected but really unconnected, because we think we know what's going on with people, but we're just seeing it. We're not really interacting. And I love that this opportunity lets me have genuine friendships, lets me be in the presence of people and make that difference. But also they make such a difference in my life. And I thank God that I wake up in the morning and I've learned to make a grateful list first thing before my feet hit the floor. I've learned to speak things before they happen, that I can do all things because God is with me, and speaking that every single day. And I love that I can have my own faith and walk that out and let God come first, my family second, and my business third. And that's what Mary Kay Ash taught us to do. And so this business is just so unique because not only do we get to make money, but we get all these other extra benefits by being in relationship with each other and being in business with each other and helping each other. So I just love, 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 love that. I don't know where you are today. Maybe you would love to earn a company car. I mean, my goodness, who wouldn't? Maybe you would love to travel the world. Y'all, I never wanted to travel the world. All I wanted to do was take my babies to Disney World. That was my first goal. And like I said, I'm really just a country girl. And I way surpassed that for sure. Shay and I, when we got married, our first national trip, which we made our honeymoon, was to Australia. And that was on Shay's bucket list. He had always wanted to go there, and it happened to be where the company was sending the independent national sales directors that year. So we're like, oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. And he had wanted to go there because his daddy had gone there and was looking at buying a ranch over there. So we'd always heard about it. That was my first trip. If that's not a God wink, I don't know what is. That was our first national trip together. And I can tell you, I used to be frightened, so afraid to fly, and could not picture myself going anywhere, especially overseas. And since Mary Kay has sent me on their dollar, London, Liverpool, Ireland, Greece, Turkey. We just got back from Spain and Portugal and France. And I just like, I literally pinch myself at the places that we get to go. I recently just started vlogging about it because it's amazing to me that this opportunity gives me this privilege of traveling the world because I built a successful organization and because I choose to help women every day. I choose to get on the phone and say, hey, let's talk about this. Let's work on this. That's what I do. And then choose to go out in the field and show people this product. That's all we do. We show product and we share about our lives and what we love about this company. And so it's really not hard. So if you're thinking at all, this is something you would want to do. Y'all, it's $100 to get that starter kit. It's $100 to say, you know what, let me just see where this takes me. You know what, let me do that and go through my training and decide how big I want this, or maybe I just need that extra 100, extra 200. Y'all, I can tell you for sure that it's my belief that this is the greatest opportunity that I know of for women. And not only opportunity for women to make money, which it is a great opportunity to make money, but it's also a great opportunity for us as women to join together and do something great together. And that's what I love, sincerely love. So join us. Our password today is going to be Cruise 6. If you see that sign behind me, our family motto is caring, respect, excellence in work. Y'all, I like to work. I enjoy working. I think we're in a society where everybody wants everything microwave success, microwave money coming in. And here's the thing, this takes work. If you don't like to work, this might not be the business for you. For me, work is not a 4-letter word. It is a blessing to work. It is a blessing to live in a nation where we can have a business like Mary Kay. And so I don't see work as a bad thing, but some people do. Some people just want to make money for doing nothing. But if you think, gosh, I would love to run with them. I would love to be sitting at their kitchen table and them showing me how to do this. Y'all, we teach you every single thing we know. And then we guide you, we help you, and then honestly, if it's to be, it's up to me. You decide how high or low you want to go. It's up to you. But I think anybody who even is thinking this much that it might be for you, I would say, you know what? Do the $100. I mean, my goodness, we spend $100 at Target or Walmart every time we walk in, just piling junk. This could either change your life or it could just be something fun. If you want it to change your life, if you want it to be something big, it can be that. But if you say, oh, I love my life, I don't want my life changed. If somebody told me today, oh, get into Mary Kay, it can change your life, I'd be like, oh, I don't want my life changed. I like my life. But if they told me, you know what, the friendships, they're real. The people that you're going to be involved with are going to take your life to another level, mentally, my physical journey, everything in my life has changed because of the women I'm involved with in this company. That's worth the sign up and seeing what can happen from there. I can tell you, we want you to grow a business, absolutely. But if it ends up just being that little extra in a very tiny business, that's okay. So your password is Crew 6, Caring, Respect, Excellence, Work, and there's 6 of us in our family. And I can tell you, I don't know what your age is, I don't know what your background is, but y'all, if you have a heart and you really love other people and you would want to work with us, we would absolutely love to work with you for sure. Thank y'all so much for watching and taking the time. And whether it was helping somebody out or you're like, you know what, I want on this team, we thank you.